We're 9 days into September, which means we've got another subscriber battle with the Heat Report. And let me tell you, I'm going to be quite frank, the Heat Report beat us last month. Pretty bad. And Nick Roloff had a field day telling me that his channel is better than my channel, which is not correct. So if you want Celtics today to beat the Heat Report, go on ahead, hit that sub button for me, because I'm not losing to Rolly twice. Jeff Bezos is back, allegedly, as he's been named one of the 3 finalists per report from WEII. There was a lot of discussion on the Bill Simmons podcast that Jeff Bezos wanted to buy the Boston Celtics, but then hours after that report came out, Jeff Bezos' team came out and said that's not true. But fast forward a couple of weeks and now it looks like it is true. Back and forth. Is Bezos coming to Boston? And if you have the same question that I did when I first started reading this article is, why do I care? Why do I genuinely care who buys the Boston Celtics? I mean, I don't have enough money. I'm not spending $6 billion. Why does this affect me as a Boston Celtics fan? Well, let me tell you why. Number one, if Jeff Bezos ends up being the owner of the Boston Celtics, you can almost guarantee there is going to be a ton of improvements to the city of Boston. He is going to try to change TD Garden, possibly for the better. He could even bring in a WNBA team. He can bring in more concerts to that venue. He's going to try to make it profitable. Secondly, if you like the Boston Celtics roster, which I know you guys do, well, then that means a big billionaire is going to have to come in and try to afford the expensive payroll that the Boston Celtics do have. Not to mention, when you've got a big-name public figure as your owner, guess what that brings in? Headlines. Guess where that attention's going? The Boston Celtics. If Shaquille O'Neal were to go buy the Los Angeles Lakers tomorrow, you don't think that'd be the biggest headline for months heading into the NBA season? You kind of want that publicity. But he's only one of 3 people that are interested in buying the Boston Celtics. According to Courtney Cox, not that one, on WEII, here is the latest report from a source that she trusts, is what she said and posted on Twitter. But here is the latest 3 finalists. Courtney Cox did say there are 3 final groups. Jeff Bezos is one. Wynn Encore, which is Wynn Resorts, that's the number 2 option. And this is in no order. And then she started to specify that the source isn't from here, because that source said, I don't know who this is, it's somebody by the name of Sam Kennedy, which is how Courtney Cox goes, no way. That is the Fenway Sports Group. Sam Kennedy is the president of Fenway Sports Group. So now we're going to break down a little bit more about what you should know about Fenway Sports Group and Wynn Resorts and why do they want to buy the Boston Celtics, on top of maybe why Jeff Bezos is back in the race. But number one, you do not want Fenway Sports Group. You don't. And I know a lot of Boston Celtics fans feel the exact same way, because a lot of you guys are Boston Red Sox fans. Guess who owns the Red Sox? The Fenway Sports Group. The reason why everybody's just kind of out on Fenway Sports Group right now is because the Sox aren't the only team they also own. They have known to have been dabbled in a couple other markets, including the NHL and the Premier League. They got Liverpool and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Here's the thing. They just think flat out, in my opinion, they're cheap. They're treating the Boston Red Sox like a small market, like the Oakland A's. They're treating the Pittsburgh Penguins like a franchise they want to put zero money into. Same with Liverpool. You've got these greedy billionaires that don't want to put money into their players, and that's not what I want for the Boston Celtics. Now, that's just my opinion. And I know you guys feel a little bit of the same way, because I know if you're Boston Red Sox fans, you're sitting here being like, why aren't the Red Sox competing in October? Well, how much money is going into the team? Let's start there. So before I hop into more about Fenway Sports Group and also Wynn Resorts, I want to ask you a question, because I know a lot of my fan base is fan of all Boston sports. The Patriots, the Bruins, the Red Sox. Do you want Sam Kennedy and the Fenway Sports Group to own the Boston Celtics? Type Y for yes, type N for no, because they have been a bidder for a long time. At least that's what I've seen in all the reports. Whereas you've got Jeff Bezos coming in and out. FSG, they look pretty intently on buying the Boston Celtics. But before I hop into that real quick, I do want to also talk to you about what Wynn Resorts would look like if they did buy the Boston Celtics. That's a big casino. What would that bring to the city of Boston, and do we want that? Well, I'll break that down in just a few moments, but first, I want to tell you real quick about our sponsor here on Celtics Today by Chat Sports. I'm talking about Prize Picks. the #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members, including myself. This is unlike any other app. I'm going to be honest, I never used to put money down on games. I didn't understand it. It looked like a spreadsheet. But now that I've got Prize Picks and it's so aesthetically pleasing and so easy to use, all you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you get to watch those winnings roll in. Plus, now the NFL is back, I am truly full force into Prize Picks, just as much as I am for the WNBA, the MLB, the NBA season. Hey, I don't play video games. My boyfriend does. He loves Call of Duty. They've also got some projections for Call of Duty. But here's what I love about the NFL season. Do you see what this stat looks like? This is my real picks for tonight's game. I got a little bit of Monday Night Football, but also every single game in the month of September, you're going to find this beautiful discount of Caleb Williams to have at least 1 passing yard. They're giving you a free square for the entire month of September, so that pretty much gets you 1 win on Prize Picks every single week. That's right, every single game in the month of September, you're going to have this. But it does end when September ends, so get it before it's gone. You can win now up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks, and you can play it in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. So if you guys want to go on ahead and get started on this beautiful app called Prize Picks, download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS, and that's going to get you $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Could bringing a casino into this whole realm kind of mess with TD Garden? Not that a casino is ever going to take over TD Garden. That's not what it would mean. But now you've got a big money franchise that runs a casino, runs resorts that Boston Celtics fans have probably stayed at once or twice in Boston, that are now interested in buying the Boston Celtics. Well, from Audacy, we got Justin Turpin here, kind of broke it down for me because I'm also a little bit uninformed in this area, so I had to do some research, and this really broke it down for me here on why a casino would want the Celtics. Say, hypothetically, the Wynn bought a majority interest in the Celtics in much the same way that the Adelson family bought a controlling interest in the Dallas Mavericks. You could build out an arena in Everett, which they've been looking to do. If you bought the Celtics, you could build an arena down there and make them the centerpiece of an attraction in that area. And again, this is not new. The family is currently doing it, and the process is doing that. So this is kind of a trend line in the NBA with these valuations being so big that it sort of makes a casino partner look a little bit more appealing. So that's how casinos start to come into this big play of, all right, well, they've got big money. You know, obviously Fenway Sports Group makes sense. Jeff Bezos makes sense. But now that you've got your 3 finalists, according to WEII and their source. So this isn't confirmed by the Boston Celtics at all, but this is the closest source that we have telling us, all right, Jeff Bezos seems to still be in. Fenway Sports Group is in. Wynn Resorts is in. What should the Boston Celtic fan want? Who should they want? Because it really does matter. Believe me, I grew up a Washington Commanders fan. My dad played for him. My grandfather played for him. My dad was a huge fan of him the entire time. But I had to watch Dan Snyder ruin that organization. It ruined my fandom for them, to be honest. And I don't want that to happen with the Boston Celtics. So when I'm looking at this from purely a fan standpoint, I ultimately think that I would like to have Jeff Bezos as the owner of the Boston Celtics. I do not want the Fenway Sports Group. I don't really want to mix in with the casino. I know it's a lot of money, but Jeff Bezos has been wanting to invest in an NBA team for quite some time, a professional team. And it's not that often that teams go for sale, especially one that's not bottom of the tier like the Commanders were. No, this is a team that just won the NBA Finals. This is a hot commodity for any billionaire to put their assets in. And if he can take this and make it a bigger stadium, if he can take this and end up making this a profitable type of place, or maybe bring in a WNBA team, or maybe add more concert venues to TD Garden, make it better for the city, then I am 110% on board if he's still in. But the reason why we have this show is that I talk, you guys talk, and then we talk about it. So my next question here for you guys is, pick a owner for the Boston Celtics. Type JB for Jeff Bezos. Type FSG for Fenway Sports Group, which I can't imagine multiple Boston Celtics fans are going to feel that way, but it's up to you guys. Or type WR for Wynn Resorts and bring that casino money all the way to Boston. Last but not least, we are in a subscriber battle with the Miami Heat Report here at Chat Sports. Please do not let us lose to the Heat. Go on ahead and subscribe.